Hey everyone, and welcome back to the AI Research Roundup. I'm your host Alex, and today is May 4th, 2025. Alright, so kicking things off, we're looking at a trending paper from Hugging Face, published just a few days ago on April 30th, titled 5-4 Mini Reasoning. This research paper tackles how to get better reasoning from small language models, proposing a systematic multi-stage training recipe, applied here to a compact 3.8 billion parameter model. Okay, so diving right into the results. This first figure compares their 5-4 mini reasoning model against the base version and a couple of larger models on key math benchmarks. Well, you can clearly see their model, the hatched bar, performs remarkably well, especially on Math 500, hitting almost 95% accuracy. It's actually outperforming models nearly twice its size, which really underscores the impact of their training recipe. Building on that performance, this next table digs into how they got there. It shows 5-4 Mini's results with different distillation settings. Okay, what's interesting is that just using certain high-quality datasets like Limo or S1K actually lowered the scores compared to the base model. But applying their full multi-stage recipe, well, that's where we see the huge jump, like that 94.6 on Math 500 again. It really highlights their complete approach is key. Okay, and digging deeper into how they achieved those results with their recipe, this table details the specific data resources they compiled. It clearly differentiates the datasets used for their core reasoning training, marked with checks, like OpenR1 Math and OpenThoughts, from others used just for questions. This selection of high-quality, large-scale COT data is fundamental to the whole process we've been discussing, really showing what goes into that successful training recipe. Alright, so with those data resources established, this table really puts it all together, showing the final pass at 1 COT reasoning results. Okay, look at the bottom section. It breaks down the performance gains at each step of their recipe: distill mid-training, fine-tuning, rollout DPO, and finally, RL. Well, you see steady improvement, culminating in that impressive 94.6 on Math 500. Again, outperforming those larger 7B and 8B models listed above. Okay, so this figure gives us a visual breakdown of those later training stages, specifically the rollout DPO and the reinforcement learning steps. Alright, on the left, you can see the pass at K accuracy curves. The base model is way down, but rollout DPO gives a big boost, and then the RL step adds even more improvement. Well, then the graph on the right compares their RL approach to another method, DAPO, showing theirs is much more stable during training. So, wrapping up our look at 5-4 mini reasoning, the big takeaway is that a carefully designed, multi-stage training recipe, using lots of high-quality chain-of-thought data, can really boost reasoning in small models. Well, we saw how this compact model even outperformed much larger ones on tough math problems, which is pretty impressive stuff. Alright, that's all for today's roundup. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Alex.